So today, we're gonna go get some new powers.
That's always nice.
Yeah. It's just stuff to complement the smoke that we already have.
Are the new powers inside the militarized checkpoint? Or is that just a bonus?
That's just a bonus.
It looks like it's actually literally a bonus, according to that text there.
Yeah, a lot of these checkpoints have those scanning stations with the fingerprint stuff, and they always have blast shards in them, so... Or core shards. Blast shards were from the first couple games.
Control the city and the people by breaking them both down first.
Yeah, well, occupying armies suck.
Wait, how do you... If you've taken over the city, how is it that you only then, work on the people in order to take over the city? I'm not quite getting his cause and effect here.
I don't know, Delson's kind of a dimwit sometimes.
And you can climb on everything.
Oh yeah. If you can even get a little bit of finger grip, you can climb it.
Cracked by all that destruction. This one's sealed up pretty tight.
I doubt the DUP is going to let you borrow their keys. You're probably going to have to break them open.
Oh, look, I just happen to have some mad new breaking skills.
He is really getting into this whole having powers thing.
Oh yeah, he was into it like pretty much as soon as they decided to go on a truck ride.
Yeah, that creepy-ass grin of his, especially. I got a new power. I'm gonna mongle some cocks!
Look out below!
So now we have a drop attack, thank God, because unsurprisingly, a lot of this game has vertical combat, and having an attack that allows you to attack people from the top.
Sorry, hey, wait a second. I need to stop and punt a civilian quick.
But yes, even having one attack that allows you to attack from the top is pretty nice. Also, that's a kids park. I forget if I show it off in this version of the video, but that park actually has a couple of Sly Cooper references in it.
Are there any children in this game?
No, there are not. You cannot murder children.
Well, that's fairly typical.
Yeah. Until, you get somebody who decides to mod it back in.
Most people... most games, it's not really worth the effort.
No.
Jesus, man, how many DUP guys are in this city?
Yeah, well, luckily you have the advantage in numbers, my man.
How do you figure that?
Well, because one person can move around faster, lighter, quieter.
I'm getting a little confused here because I thought you could grab onto the little curves above the windows, but no, the bricks are not wide enough, I guess.
Good point.
Yeah. Say, by the way, I was just sort of wondering, because, I know that you get Skippy in here before we go to my recordings, but did he say anything about the donuts?
Yeah, he didn't appreciate it.
Really? Because, I figured I was doing him a favor with that, because, I saw that they had the Boston cream-filled donuts, and I thought to myself, he's not from Boston, he's Canadian. Like, that's like an insult. Saying that Boston cream is better than Canadian cream. So I decided... Cockmongler. Sorry, that face gets me every time. But yeah, I just figured, I should fill take out the Boston cream and fill it with something a little more appropriate for Canada,
Anyway, now we have heavy attacks. They're called cinder missiles, and you only get a limited amount of ammo with them, but they replenish whenever you absorb smoke anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Ah, so it's separate ammunition.
Yes.
There was one question I had, though, about the whole, the filling.
Right.
Which is that, I know it's sort of a regional thing between Hellman's and Miracle Whip, and I couldn't remember which it was for Canada.
We use Hellman's here, so...
I went with Miracle Whip. So I hope that was to his liking. But nah, you say you didn't appreciate it? That's just too bad.
No, he didn't like it. So one thing I really like about this game is that even when you get new powers, they don't tutorialize them too heavily. Like, this part that we're about to come up to, you can go about it however you want to, but, I mean, you just got the missiles, so why wouldn't you just shoot a missile or two before going down there and taking care of the rest of them?
Yeah, now that you have them, why not?
Yeah.
Well, unless you wanted to do the drop attack instead.
Yeah, drop attack I used last time, though, so... managed to get, I think, 3 guys? And yeah, there's a couple still alive.
You used the drop attack this time, too.
I used both of them.
That can't be it.
Alright, last one.
So are these all on your way, or are you specifically just going out to collect them, or...?
The mission is to get them all.
Ah, okay. So you are specifically looking for these things
Yes.
in order to get the basic smoke powers.
Right. And this last one is a smoke grenade. And when enemies get caught in the smoke grenade, you can instantly execute them.
Secondhand smoke is bad for you.
The disadvantage to this is that the area of effect is kind of small, but there is an upgrade, at least in the good version, to increase it. I'm not sure if the evil powers have that as well.
You need to find some place to lay low and chill out for a while.
What is it with you and laying low? I'm fine. I'm great. Give me more.
I'm an open world protagonist. I don't need to sleep.
We're not moving forward until I'm convinced your head's on straight.
Okay, I'll lay low. Whatever the hell that means.
Why did you even absorb that smoke?
I think I might have been low on missile stuff? I don't even remember. Sustained fire, I believe... yes, it increased the amount of shots that you can shoot at once.
Oh, and that's the burst shot mode, the shotgun?
Right. Okay, so no, the grenades do not get the increased area of effect in the evil power-ups. Yeah.
Well, I guess he did lay low.
Yeah.
That or he fell into a time-lapse zone. Can you walk on top of the bike racks?
I believe you can.
Central communication thing is...
Does it keep track of where the bike rack is?
Shut up.
I'm not entirely sure. So, occasionally there are protesters and activists. Killing them is evil karma because you're silencing their free speech.
But I thought you were on their side, though.
No, they are anti-conduit. They are like, lock away all the bioterrorists. They're evil and bad.
Then why are they out protesting during martial law?
Anyway, and then one of the side quests is doing stencil art. Like I said, Delson is an impossibly good stencil artist.
And he keeps impossibly big stencils with him at all times.
A detail that I did not mention the first time when we were doing this is that the light on top of the PlayStation 4 controller actually changes depending on what color spray paint you're using at the time. It is something you will never notice considering you had to point the light away from you to use it.
Yeah, that just kind of screams pointless right there.
It's a nice little detail, but like,
He's so topical, too.
The stencil art stuff we will be seeing all of because they're all unique.
So she was the queen of something, right?
It's Queen of Mean, I think. And, what?
Good aim. Good aim.
But, yes, I won't be showing off all instances of all side quests because a lot of them are pretty much the same. I'll show off all of them at least once, but, like, you can assume that if I say, hey, this is just this thing, then it's just going to be the same thing, and it's not going to be too interesting to watch.
So, do the dupe guys attack you if you aren't, like, exhibiting conduit powers?
No, they do not. Unless you are showing off your conduit stuff, they do not attack you.
Well, that's fair enough, then.
Yeah. Well, this side quest is one of the repetitive ones, but I'm going to show it off at least once. So, you gotta find the guy in the picture.
Who is informing you about this?
People? Oh, there he is!
And since when can concrete teleport?
I'm guessing that's just their version of the dash move, but...
No, but seriously.
But that guy can lead you on quite a chase. Like, he will keep running until you manage to nail him, and sometimes he can be pretty hard to hit.
But you even get to pick what kind of stencils you use based on your alignment?
Yeah. Good and evil spray paints have different stencils.
I appreciate the attention to detail, but that still seems kind of messed up. And that doesn't look particularly evil either.
Well, I mean, give it a minute.
Okay.
Once you add some red, it becomes evil. There we go. Yep, evil now, because there's red in it.
How come you didn't get to add that stencil? That seems dickish.
Anyway, after you do a certain amount of side quests in a given district, the district showdown opens up. We're not going to take care of that quite yet. We're going to wait until, I think, the end of this video in order to do the district showdown. Because you get something later on that helps with them a lot.
No, I do remember seeing, like, it's right there in the corner, even. 28% DUP controlled.
Yeah, that's just for the district. And this last one,
Gee, I wonder where the camera is.
Yeah, it gives you an idea of where the camera is based on how it pans over. You have to find it and destroy it. And this is another one of those repetitive ones, and also I'm kind of bad at it, so I'm going to be leaving those out, because it's just like, hey, you found the camera.
How can you be bad at finding a fixed position?
You would be surprised, because like the lighting and the fact that the cameras are pretty small.
And yet you say you're good at Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, who's this?
Delson Rowe, you don't know me, but I've been watching you.
Oh, is this the informant then?
Not creepy at all.
This is a informant.
All the way back to Washington about
I'm guessing he's the same guy who gives you
Great.
the pictures of the other guys that you have to destroy.
Dupe agents, yes.
Yep.
Huh. Help me do what exactly?
I can help you take down the DUP from the inside. But you have to promise me you won't...
I think it's pretty clear that Delson is not going to be taking out anything from the inside.
Inside of a cell. You were the only one...
I don't even think he takes out the trash.
The conduits. You're the only one...
Well, fortunately, you generally have to go outside when you're taking out the trash.
Yeah.
So what do you need?
I pushed a program to your phone. It'll guide you to my reports. Find them, hear my story, and keep fighting.
So before he even introduces himself, he hacks Delson's phone.
Yep. So this is one of the side quests I'm going to keep in because it provides like backstory and
Delson looks like a real doofus when he's got his phone out.
Mm-hmm. So you have to find the audio logs, and they'll just download themselves to your phone when you get close enough. So I couldn't really get a good look at it. Like, if you don't push the button right away, it's just like, well, you've been within 3 meters of it for, like, a second and a half, so here you go.
I gotta tell you, kid, I wouldn't want to be the government right now.
Okay, so the DUP is evil because they aren't even a government agency anymore. They are Augustine's personal lapdogs.
Pretty much.
And she's running them like a private army under the auspices of the American government.
Yes. And before you can do story missions, you actually have to clear out DUP bases. And I'm not going to show off, like, the fights in them because it can get kind of repetitive, but basically it's the same as the last video where you have to go and you have to find these giant vehicles and
Trailers.
destroy. Yeah,
They are trailers.
you destroy these.
Like, you can see the trailer hitch on one end.
Actually, I'd never noticed that.
Seriously. I mean, now I can understand you not seeing it because it's been blown up, but...
So after I get the a couple of the shards, you'll notice that this is a sort of a park area, and there are some dinosaur statues right over there, and you can actually go over and you can look at the signs, and the signs have interesting things to say.
So is this like an authentic Seattle feature?
Well, judging from what the signs say, I doubt it.
I don't know, it is Seattle.
I don't know if this is an actual, like, place in Seattle, unfortunately. I hope so. I'd go here.
Yeah, I do like the, I do appreciate the little thing about people bickering about which kind of dinosaur is best.
Yep, my favorite dinosaur doesn't even exist, probably.
I've always been fond of the Ankylosaurus myself.
I liked the Brontosaurus, but unfortunately, the Brontosaurus might be fake.
Well, it's an Allosaurus with the wrong head.
Yeah.
Except that it does exist now because they found another long-necked dinosaur and they called it the Brontosaurus.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the name was too good not to use.
Yeah.
Can you get spray paint on that bush?
I don't think you got spray paint on the bush, unfortunately. For some reason, the bush is in the way. Oh, it hasn't happened to me yet, but one time, when I was playing this game, a DUP officer got right in the way of my spray paint, and I started spray painting on him, and when it was done, they started attacking me, but they had to wait politely until I was done.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we've got an old man with a really old lawnmower.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah, but...
And once again, the interesting part is added in by Delson without any input.
Okay, Reg,
Yep.
and you were right. The needle's tricked out with all kinds of electrical crap and what looks like a bad aluminum siding job.
You're gonna have to get to the top of the needle.
It's a nice day. I'll just climb to the top.
Climb. No. Don't be crazy.
Hey, man, it's not crazy to be awesome.
I literally take no falling damage anymore, brother.
Yep.
By the way, it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize this, but Delson is literally a second son.
Theoretical, totally
Yeah.
what-if question here, but
Yeah, he
the
is.
explanation for how I might be able to draw the power from some conduits, say...
The thing about the Space Needle is that it's one of the few places where if you do fall off, it is a game over state, because even though you don't take falling damage, they do checkpoint you, and, you know, they want to be nice, and if you fall off, you don't want to climb the whole thing over again.
Who the hell put this pipe here?
The dupes had those
Uh-huh.
locked down.
Crazy-ass pipe. Or is that power?
But yes, if you fall off, then you'll teleport to the last checkpoint instead, which is nice.
Conduit who has them naturally? A prime conduit, like Hank, or hopefully Augustine. I mean, the DUP guys got all their weaker powers from Augustine, so maybe they can't pass them on.
So yeah, they never explain how, but the DUP agents get their powers from Augustine. I guess it's some sort of, like, injection or something. And because they are not actually conduits, then we can't get the powers from them, so we actually have to go find Augustine and get the power from her.
Sorry,
Yep.
Betty, but,
Don't tell me this is a bad time to.
actually, at the moment, I'm kind of climbing up the outside of the Space Needle.
Well, if you don't want to talk to me, just say so.
No, Betty, we're not lying for once. Come on.
For sore eyes.
Did he say that about Betty?
I'm on the observation deck.
Don't let your guard down.
So yeah, just a small bit here before we get to the top of the place. And another thing I like about InFamous as a series in general is that all of the powers seem useful. Like, I'll use them all pretty equally, unlike a game, say, Prototype, where, like, 2 powers will pretty much carry you through the whole game.
Well, aside from the car jump, you mean?
Well, yeah. Car jump's kinda useless.
Well, cutscene.
Alright, time to gouge out the eye of the needle. And that must be what holds it all together. What the hell?
Oh, what did you expect?
I haven't seen you before.
So that's an easy enough thing to escape, you just need to dash out of it. And those guys are a new type of lieutenant. They have really pitiful amounts of health, but they create a concrete shield, which they can either use to shield themselves or other DUP agents. And they'll also try to trap you with the concrete at your legs, but, I mean, it's easy enough to escape.
So they're the mage as opposed to the other dude's fighter.
Pretty much, yes. They have a lot of utility, but, I mean, they're pretty much made out of wet toilet paper.
Is there a rogue at some point?
Not that I can think of, no. In fact, there's a second variation of fighter.
Huh. Well, you
Yeah.
know the rogue would just be the stealth guy.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody who is a stealth guy in this game. Alright, so we need to destroy the crank, but literally nothing we have right now will do anything.
Nothing bad ever came from getting new powers.
Well, it's kind of sad, too, because there is such a golden opportunity when you can move through the concrete, for instance. I mean, that would be an excellent stealth power.
That would be, but... Anyway, now we have the Karma Bomb. If you do enough evil actions without doing a good action... Well, I think you actually can do a good action. If you do enough evil actions in quick succession, here you get unlimited amount of time, then you can perform an orbital drop.
That's not orbit.
Listen, it needs a cool name, okay?
Hello, Science Center District. I lost you. Do you read me? I'm getting nothing, sir. You? Nothing outside our immediate area.
Fortunately, only the new construction fell off.
It was pretty much held together with gum and hope.
A few streets in the immediate vicinity, right?
I think it's supposed to be duct tape and spit.
Space Needle, man. You knocked out their comms.
I like gum and hope better.
They may be deaf, but they're not dumb.
It's more ridiculous.
Completely out of Seattle is going to take time. We just got here.
You know what they say? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single kick-ass tag.
Who says that?
The Chinese people.
So, here we would normally vote on a tag, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow, so I just went with the most evil-looking one.
Killer TV.
Yeah.
Hey, Reg. You see it from down
Because
there?
we're a small-time gang now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Portland can see it. I just wanna let the
Destroying a private goddamn army with only one guy and another guy with a phone.
I mean, to be fair, we do have superpowers, so...
Yeah, but you're that makes you a superhero or a supervillain, not a super gang.
Double air dash, you can use the air dash twice in a single jump.
Weren't you doing that anyway?
No, you could only do single dashes. And then the obliterating drop is if you do a drop attack right on top of somebody, they will disintegrate.
Before the dupe reinforcements got here.
They mostly do that anyway.
asking around about about the escaped bioterrorists.
Do you think I made
No, I mean literally disintegrate, not just sort of fall to the floor and hold their sides and be like, "Oh, mommy, no."
No, I mean, like, especially when you execute someone.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, this is just from doing a drop attack, like right on top of their heads.
Is there a benefit to having that happen as opposed to just having them die?
I think it might actually be more evil.
DUP operations around there until I get back.
I think it might be worth more negative karma points.
Are you sure that all of the upgrades are useful?
I said most of them, not all of them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we are a criminal now.
Promoted? By whom?
Anyway, now we're ready to do the district showdown.
You have reached the DUP helpline. Do you have a bioterrorist incident to report?
There's been a disturbance nearby.
So yes, this is why you choose the tag. It's mostly to vandalize the billboards.
Please hold.
I do like the suit.
Sending DUP troops to neutralize the threat.
I am never going to get tired of this.
Alright, so district showdowns are basically just big ol' fights. And I'm waiting for something to happen before I unleash my my karma bomb.
I have to say, that was maybe not the most intelligent place to drop down onto, like, immediately in front of the minigun.
I don't know, it all worked out in the end, because most, not all, but most district showdowns can be taken care of with a single karma bomb.
Hey, can you aim that just slightly?
Yeah, you can. As you're descending, you can aim it a little bit.
Nice. You gotta wonder why they even bother surrendering after a point.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think that eventually they hear that Evil Delson takes no prisoners.
Yeah. And, like, by comparison, like, in the good playthrough, they should start surrendering more often, because they know that they have no reasonable hope of defeating you, but they do have a reasonable hope of living, should you put your hands up.
Right. Anyway, we've freed the district, not completely, but we have freed it, and one of the rewards you get for freeing a district is a new jacket design. So we'll be seeing that next time.
Huzzah!
And then I wandered around a little bit for this to happen. It's just basically him telling you, hey, the next mission's ready, dummy.
The station. Not a great place to talk. I'll meet you at 4th and Vickers.